Okay, so let's use that as a springboard to the next topic, which is your recommendation to plan not for the large zombie apocalypse, earthquake takes out our entire region, but for the smaller incidents, for the small and the medium-sized incidents that happen to us more frequently. How do we do that, and what does that mean for the continuity planner?
Well, it means for the continuity planner to focus less on the externalities of it's an earthquake, it's a bomb, it's a dirty bomb, how dirty is the bomb going to be, and focus on the internals of what's our capability and where are we, what parts of the business are we hedging. That's one point. The other point is that a properly constructed leading thinking business continuity plan is not all or nothing, large or zero. It is a portfolio of capabilities that can be activated selectively and scaled accordingly. For example, there's a European headquarters of a global company, and they have an emergency work office in the outskirts of the capital city where they're located. Executives think that, well, that's just there if we lose the capital city or if the building gets vaporized into a steaming cloud of dust. And that's not true. That said, that emergency office for this global headquarters was activated multiple times. It was activated during building moves when they moved from one office to another. Maybe the move would be behind schedule. It was activated on standby for building maintenance if they're doing work in infrastructure and the infrastructure work didn't proceed as planned or broke something. They were on standby for the Olympic Games in 2012. I've just telegraphed the location. But the point is that it's been activated multiple times and it can be scaled up or down. The same with all of the various components. The components should form a portfolio of capability that gets activated depending on the situation.
Yeah, and you'd mentioned that term before, the business component planning. Can you say a little bit more about what is that?
Exactly. That's focusing on not scenarios, but what parts of the business you may lose for whatever reason. You might lose your workplace, your office space, for whatever reason, a bomb, a fire, it doesn't matter. You might lose your technology. Doesn't matter why. It could be cable cut, it could be data center outage, it could be virus. You might lose portions of your people. It might be pandemic, it might be acts of nature, acts of man, unavailability. But the point is, instead of focusing and talking to executives about fires, floods, ISIS, whatever the external situation is, which is not part of the business, talk to your executives about contingency planning for your technology, for your business area, for your people, or for all. That's language they can understand, and that's language that they can act on.
And so there's, yeah, you said a lot of really interesting things there. One is that focus on things that everyone does understand, the things that are inside of the business. You do certain services, we have certain people, and we rely on certain technologies and certain buildings. What happens if those go away? And it's not inconceivable to think that they might go away for whatever reason.
Right, and to keep the focus of your program and the conversations with your executives pragmatic, to the point, and in something they can understand. A lot of business continuity practitioners look to build plans and analyses, etc., around business processes and functions, and a lot of bottom-up ways to think about the business. That's not how executives think. If business continuity planners think like executives and say, bad things happen to places with people, then your mitigations are around something that the business can get their head around, and that can apply to outages for 1, 2, 10, or all of the processes.